In this video, we're taking you on the Olympic National Forest Grip Twister Tour.
Come along for the ride. It's going to be an awesome one you will not want to miss. Good morning on day 3 of our Olympic Peninsula adventure. This place is really cool. We're next to one of the oldest Sitka spruce trees in the world. It's 800 years old. Unfortunately got hit by a lightning strike or something, and it's not in great shape. But it is really cool to camp right next to a really old big tree.
I loved it. So yeah, talking about trees, today's theme is going to be all about trees and old log bridges and curved bridges. There's going to be steel bridges and an old homestead. The other is Quinault Lodge, which I think is super enchanting. So I am hoping that we get there at a time where we are hungry and we get to eat food. So we're trying to do 3 sections today, and that's in section 2.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we got a lot of riding left to do. We planned 3 full days to do this. It says in the book that you can do it in 3 days, but I would say if you want to see all the stuff and take your time, probably 4 or 5 is better. What do you think?
I agree. We better get on the road.
Bye-bye, Sitka spruce. That's kind of cool. What a big space and for people who want to camp. I mean, it's got room for 500 people or more. We spent most of the morning riding on easy gravel roads in dense forest with the occasional clearing here and there. There were some moderately steep climbs over the pass where you would ride a ridgeline for a bit, then the road drops down steeply, then back up the other side on just as steep of a road. After that, logging roads alternated between paved and gravel so many times we decided to call it Gravement, which has nothing to do with graves and everything to do with the combination of unexpected terrains just to keep you on your toes. This route took us through a huge tract of state forest with the occasional logging operation, but for the most part, it was a peaceful ride in the woods until we came upon something that stopped us dead in our tracks. Well, this is not good. This is the track. You can see it goes through here.
I think we might have to find a way around.
Let's go walk it and take a look, and then, yeah, we'll probably be looking for another way around. So it looks like this has been here a while, but judging upon like how rotten the trees are, and I don't see any like fresh bulldozer tracks or anything like that. There's like a lot of grass and stuff growing up on it. Well, there is a huge ravine here with a creek in the bottom, and I don't see any way that this used to connect to a road. That's where I just came from. There's the other side of the hill. And I just don't see any way that we could get across this safely. Found a workaround. We're gonna have to backtrack, it looked like about 2 or 3 miles, and basically we're going to go back to where we think there's a bridge, and then it's gonna connect us to that other side of that creek that I don't know the name of, but essentially it's gonna be a fairly short backtrack. Thinking maybe 10 minutes, taking longer exploring it than it would just go backtrack it. So that's how it goes out here. But we're not here to just make time, we're here to explore, so let's go explore some more. As the day went on, we kept putting the miles underneath us as a ribbon of pavement and gravel Forest Service roads kept coming at us. After a while, I started to wonder if my bike was the one standing still and the earth had sped up to push the road underneath my KTM like it was on a treadmill or something. One thing the Olympic Rainforest has in abundance is trees. My gosh, I've never thought I had seen enough trees before in my life. So if you're someone who has a serious love of the forest, seemingly endless gravel roads, and riding adventure motorcycles, you are gonna love this route. To provide a contrast to our morning steep climbs and descents, this part of the Grip Twister Tour has long, flat, straight sections that, if you're not careful, you can get going much faster than you realize. Just to be safe, because it is a long ways from help if something goes wrong, just be careful. Fortunately for us, we arrived in Quinault safely to fill our gas tanks and our bellies after what felt like an endless ride in the trees. So we're gonna have some lunch at the Lake Quinault Lodge. What a cool place. It's so beautiful. Very quaint. And there's a KLR in the parking lot. That's how I know it's a good spot. There's a wishing well. But guys, look at this. That's so cool. I love it.
Tell me, Nathan, how are you feeling right now?
Ready for some food.
We're at the Roosevelt restaurant. You know what that is?
A happy Nathan.
It's a happy Nathan stealing the fries. From the salmon BLT. All right, Nathan, what'd you think?
I was pretty hungry, so just about anything would do, but that was pretty good. I like the atmosphere. It's a really cute place. Love the historic aspect. Being right on the lake is really fun. It's a little busy right now because it's a holiday weekend. There's a lot of people there, but yeah, it's a good stop. Just down the road from Quinault Lodge is the world's largest spruce tree. It turns out the Olympic rainforest has quite a few very large trees since they seem to love all the rain. It's a very short hike from the road, so we decided to stop and see it. Whoa. It's so tall. World's largest spruce tree, 58 feet 11 inches circumference, 191 feet tall. Something you can see on the Grip Twister tour.
The Quinault Rainforest Loop Drive was easily one of my favorite parts of this route. It was not because of the riding, which was the most groomed gravel road you can imagine, but for the beauty. 31 miles of rainforest, rivers, bridges, waterfalls, moss, and ferns with no shoulder and barely enough space for two vehicles to coexist. The sun filtered through the grandfather's beard, swaying in the tree branches, and we delightedly enjoyed the scenery, not stopping until we pulled up to the Kesner Homestead, established by one of the first homesteading families in the Quinault Valley.
We are on our way to the Kesner Homestead, one of the things that you can see on the Grip Twister tour. It's a historic homestead. I don't know a whole lot about it, but we're going to find out and tell you guys all about it too.
That's like a carriage entrance.
What did you see in there, Chris?
It's a big open space. There's a little room here, so I assume that's a carriage entrance. Maybe they took care of the horses there, and maybe the help slept there? Question mark?
Just doesn't seem to be any signs, are there?
No. We just get to make up our own history.
This could be a place where they worked on things,
Yeah.
like ancient gemstones.
Ancient gemstones!
There is a treat behind you. Don't turn around yet. There's something you like very much.
Is it rusty?
3, 2, 1. Look!
Ah, it's a rusty truck! I'm so excited! Check it out. There's the cauldron.
Oh, for the witch's brew.
Yeah. Ranwin parked. It says it goes 100 miles an hour.
This thing here is called a sickle bar mower. This would have been pulled by a horse or an ox or something like that. And the act of these wheels turning drove the gears to run the sickle bar mower.
Ooh.
Once we left Kesner Homestead, we spotted a huge old-growth Douglas fir tree on the side of the road. Then we made our way back to dirt roads and continued on the track. The road was steep and narrow at times, but gave us a peek at the river from atop a high bridge. Then we seemed to climb way up into the mountains, riding in waves of fog and cool mountain air. When the trees broke, we got glimpses of spectacular views that made us think of setting up camp for the night, but we wanted to push on to make most of the daylight, since we only had about one more day to finish the route, and we had around 200 miles left still. There's the giant stump. It's really giant. Probably looks really small in the video. It's probably 25 feet in diameter. We found camping near Wynoochee Lake in a beautiful wooded and secluded area. We were glad we made it since it was a very, very long day. Okay, we've made it to our campsite for the night. I wish we could have a fire right now because there's a bunch of firewood here, but we can't. It's like 6:30 at night. I think we did around 200 miles today. We kept saying like, gosh, it's a lot of forest. I like the forest a lot. I think we may have gotten forest overload today. What do you think, Chris?
I think so.
She says she thinks so.
There's a lot of forest.
We're gonna set up camp, we're gonna make dinner, We're gonna relax, and this is home for the night. We are here at camp. We had dinner. We were both tired because it was I think we did 200 miles today.
Yep.
200
every
miles
day.
of mostly Forest Service roads.
Yes.
I never thought I would be like kind of numb to the forest.
Yeah.
We did a lot of just riding in the forest. Like of those 200 miles, probably 170 of it.
It's just on a gravel road through the forest.
Yeah. And then tomorrow we're gonna do the last 78-ish miles, which is supposed to include some cool mountain peaks.
Mountain peaks.
Views.
Waterfalls.
Good night, everybody. See you in the morning.
And then we get up into these amazing views and you're above the clouds.
So funny that they're camped right in the way of the trek.
Worth it. It's beautiful. I want to camp up here. My gas light came on right at the end, and boy, it was 180 some miles today, and that was lucky. Hi, Puppy. You're very cute. I love puppies. What a good baby.